showtime.
Yes, it is, everybody. It is showtime. Welcome to the show. I am your host, Robert, a.k.a. The Tall Man. This is my lovely wife, Lisa, a.k.a. Mrs. Tall Man. Not that anyone ever calls her that. We are coming to you live from Tall Man Mobile in Phoenix, Arizona, safely currently away from Milton. We are going to talk a lot about that here in just a couple minutes because this is affecting the cruise industry in a huge, huge way. Lots of things to talk about with Milton. So we want to welcome you all. Thank you so much. We have a lot of cruise news, and we have a special guest with us tonight. We'll have her come on in a little bit. So, without further ado, let's get going. Oh, we can't get going until we get into balcony cam, right? Oh.
Love me some balcony cam.
We've booked a cruise.
We did.
We've booked a cruise.
We did.
In fact, we're going to book another one tomorrow.
Oh, okay. I like it.
And maybe another one after that. We'll talk about that later. But we want to welcome everybody. Thank you all for being here so much. I know there's a lot of people in the South that are going to be affected by this. Heck, Tony from La Lita Loca, he's right in the path of this thing, so I'm sure he's going to have some extra video footage for you guys. He lives just a little bit north of Tampa, and Milton's coming right in. So without further ado, let's get into the news and into Milton.
Here's the latest cruise news with your host, the Tall Man.
And co-host, Lisa, a.k.a. Mrs. Tallman. All right, first let's get to the GPS here. This is a future forecast, as you can see. It is past the loop here. Here we go. Here's the start. As you can see, Milton looks like it's going to be coming right across the Tampa Bay area, cutting clear across the peninsula of Florida. It is currently a Category 5 hurricane last time I looked, which was about an hour ago. The winds were at about 180 miles an hour, with millibars reporting somewhere between 899 and 906.
Last I saw it was 897 now.
897.
And the eye apparently is 4 miles wide. It took the hurricane hunters 30 seconds to go through it.
Yeah, that is devastating, guys.
Yeah, it is.
So lots of effects. Hopefully all those in Florida are paying attention. I'm sure they are, because I'm sure that is all that's going on in the news right now. And this is not a storm to be trifled with. It is Category 5, which is the strongest hurricane. It is projected and expected to downgrade a little bit before it hits land. The only issue with that is the wind speeds come down, but the eye wall opens up further. So the most devastating winds are spread further apart. For those who don't know, the worst winds in a hurricane are centered right around the eye. So those 180 mile an hour winds that they're reporting, that's within that 4 mile core. But as it goes through a re-strengthening process, and usually when it does that, it weakens, the eye wall will spread out. So those most dangerous winds, even though the winds may come down, they spread out over a further distance. As we learned from Helene, it's not always about just the center. Widespread tropical moisture going to inundate Florida, probably a little bit of part of Georgia, and maybe clip just a little bit of South Carolina. So please, everybody, pay attention. What I'm more interested in showing you, not just that, but if we look over here on my right screen, this is the tropical tidbits where I get these. This is actually, if you see right there, that's another potential hurricane.
Isn't that crazy?
Going right up the peninsula. Now this is a 16-day loop, guys. And so what actually, there's Milton right there going across. Right, it's also going to affect Bermuda. And so there's a lot of cruise changes going on, which we're going to go over here in just a second. But we are not done with hurricane season by all stretches. And next Monday, we may be still talking about yet another hurricane coming to hit Florida. So coming right up over Cuba, you can see it right now, and then going literally right up the peninsula and up into Georgia, Mississippi, Tennessee. Yeah, that's going to be a little bit messy, covering some of the areas that Helene went through.
I don't know about you, but I'm tired of our headlines being about hurricanes.
I know. This is the third week in a row where our thumbnail is about hurricanes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're in the gist of it. So let's go over some of the cruise specific information, all right? There are a lot of itinerary changes. I cannot read them all to you. There are too many, but itinerary changes are going to reflect the following cruise ships. The Celebrity Reflection, the Royal Caribbean Grandeur of the Seas, Harmony of the Seas, Utopia of the Seas, Symphony of the Seas, and Wonder of the Seas. If you are getting on a ship in the next week, and let's just say 2 weeks, because this may have change itineraries because of timing and things for the next cruises as well. If you're on the Celebrity Reflection, Royal Caribbean Grandeur of the Seas, Harmony of the Seas, Utopia of the Seas, Symphony of the Seas, and Wonder of the Seas, please pay attention to your emails, call your travel agents, and potentially the cruise lines. Additionally, the Carnival Pride, Paradise, Elation, Sunshine, and Dream are also affected by this. The Valiant Lady from Virgin Cruise Lines affected by this, as well as Seabourn Venture and the Margaritaville at Sea Islander out of Tampa Bay. Obviously, anything out of Tampa Bay is affected by this. Some of the itinerary changes are reverses. They're going to do reverse itineraries to get away from the storm. Some of them are having to come into port early and get out early, which affects the current cruise they're on. The next cruise that is going to go out, obviously, they get a longer cruise. In fact, I think that's what Margarita of the Sea is doing with the Islander. They're coming in a day early and then leaving immediately. And so for those who are going on the next cruise, they got to be there a day early now.
Gotcha.
But they get an extra day on the ship.
Right.
So yes, I'm also potentially expect maybe the Carnival Valor, Liberty, and Glory may also have some changes. That is not confirmed yet, or at least as of an hour ago when I checked the updated news. Things have been coming in fast and furious all day long, and we've been trying to get a hold of this for you guys to try to organize it, because that is a lot of cruise ships.
It is.
And that's a lot of people.
It is.
Right? And so we want to make...
It's a huge area. This thing is going to cover both sides of the coast.
Correct.
So it's
correct.
huge.
And all the way out to Bermuda.
Yeah.
So some of these ships are coming out of New York that are supposed to go to Bermuda, and it's affecting that. So the storm itself isn't affecting New York, but the cruise ship is heading out to Bermuda, and that storm is going to be going right over Bermuda.
Yes.
It'll be remnants of it at that point, but it doesn't matter. It's still going to make it tough to get there. So hopefully everybody is going to be safe. Our family, all of our extended family is in the path of this thing. And so we've been on the phone with them off and on. We do have a brick and mortar home. It's in Central Florida. And so we have people doing what they need to do to prepare that, because it's still going to be a 2 by the time it gets to us. So that's going to do some damage. So
yeah, isn't that crazy? I think usually by the time a storm gets anywhere near our house, it's always been a tropical storm, because it's
the land cuts it apart.
Not this time. So we're going to have some really strong winds.
Yeah. So everybody's got a plan in place. Everybody's got their supplies. That's all in line. And all you can do is pick up. And I know a lot of people react different to stuff like this. Lisa and I, these are just things. A house is just a thing. You can replace your things. You just can't. Okay, there may be some photos and video cassettes from back in the day of things we'd like to have, but respectfully, life is precious. It is not replaceable. The things are. And so when we have a hurricane, even if we were in Florida, we would have gotten an RV and driven north.
Totally.
Taking the RV right out of the way.
Without a doubt.
So because this is our mobile home, and we're in it full time, even though we have a brick and mortar. But anyway, so hopefully that is a little bit of information for you from Milton. So let's get into some of the other news, because there's a ton of other news too. Something that was brought up recently with John Heald on his blog on Facebook about luggage storage. And I find it interesting because there's so many people that are new to cruising, and there's enough room in your cabin for luggage. You have to put it underneath your bed. You may have to be a little bit creative with it, but we've never had issues.
No.
And we bring a lot more luggage these days than we used to because of all of this stuff.
Yes, all of our YouTube equipment. But yeah, we always manage to find a place to put everything and store it.
Well, people think the cruise lines should take their luggage and store it somewhere else.
Oh, do they now?
They do.
Okay.
And, well, that's just not going to happen. So for those who think the cruise lines will take your luggage after you unpack it and store it somewhere else in the ship, not going to happen. So I just found that as an interesting story. So I figured I'd talk about it a little bit.
I mean, hotels don't do that.
No, hotels don't do. Well, hotel rooms are bigger.
Well, that's true.
Yep. Norwegian NCL is moving up some disembarkation times for an upcoming sailing on the Gem. The December 2nd, 2024, again, the December 2nd, 2024 sailing of the Norwegian Gem. Disembarkation is actually going to happen in the middle of the night.
What?
4 a.m.
Are you kidding me?
I am not kidding.
Oh, that's going to be fun.
Yeah, it's if I remember correctly, it's coming out of Miami and going to Panama on like a 14-day cruise,
Okay.
and it ends in Panama,
Okay.
right? And then it's going to turn around and do the same itinerary back. But when they get to Panama, those leaving the ship have to get off starting at 4 a.m. So get to bed early, everybody. So if you're on that particular sailing, pay attention to your emails. An email was sent out with information about disembarkation. They are compensating people. If you bought your air tickets through Norwegian, your times have been changed automatically. If not, I believe they're going to be giving up to a $300 credit per person for flight changes.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So, yeah, so they're doing that pretty good.
Well, that'll help.
So moving on, we talked about this during our last cruise. We actually had, I don't know if he's with us today, but Charles, one of the TMC, was on one of the Royal Caribbean ships up in Alaska. If I remember correctly, it was the Radiance of the Seas, and there was an outbreak on the ship. And at first, it was reported that it was norovirus. The reality ended up being it was not. It turned out it was actually salmonella.
It was. Because I remember he said something about they started throwing away the chicken.
The chicken.
So that's, yeah. Wow.
So, however, the news that was officially reported was that it was norovirus.
Gotcha.
Despite the rumors on board, but it turned out the rumors were true, and it was actually salmonella. The total number of people affected ended up being 183. So that was also a little bit more than was reported. It was 180 passengers and 3 crew members that ended up getting salmonella. So again,
hope you're all feeling better now.
It should be, because it was late September, and so this was more of a sort of a final assessment than when the CDC, because the way that the CDC works with outbreaks on ships, if more than 3% of the ship is affected, it gets reported to the CDC and they come and investigate. Okay, and then that was the case here. Out of the total passengers, it was 8.29% of the passengers, so a little bit more than 8%. But when you add in the total people on the ship, meaning crew, it was a total of almost 6% total. So that's why the CDC got involved. Anyway, so let's say hello to a couple people before we get into some more of the news.
Let's do.
Hello, Macrina. Welcome. Welcome. Hello. Good to see you.
First on board.
Your safety away from Milton. Yeah, we are. We're in Arizona. We are as far away from Milton as we could possibly be, but it's still affecting us. Our family and our homes are there. So even though our bodies are in Arizona, our minds are in Florida.
Totally.
So, yeah. Patricia, hello, how are you? And she's got her popcorn. We've all got popcorn here, don't we?
I love it.
We're all eating popcorn here.
Yes, we are.
Yes, we are. Ooh, popcorn. You talk me into it.
Twist your arm, right?
Hello, Mama Tallman. Hello, everyone. Milton is knocking at your door. Yes, it is, Mama Tallman. Yep. Mama Tallman's home is going to be the site of the hurricane party. That is where all of our family is going to go and meet. Her home is north of Tampa, but should be north enough that they're not getting the worst of it, but as hurricanes go, they wobble, and you just don't know. However, her home is newer built than our brick and mortar and the rest of our family, so they're going to go all hunker down with Mama Tallman.
And
so
I'm quite sure hers is probably a little bit more up to code than ours.
I know. Yeah, exactly. So maybe we need to have like a live hurricane party from Mama Tallman. Maybe we'll do live and we'll have them come on. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Hello, Bev. Welcome. Hello, New Mexico with Mamie Radar. How are you doing? Yay, you booked. Yes, we did. She's talking about a cruise. We booked a cruise.
Yes, we did.
Yes, we did. Hello, Bev. I wish. Yes. Macrina says, here it's rumored that they may add a Category 6 in the future. I don't know.
I heard that last year because some of the storms the wind strengths are so much more powerful than Category 5 just suggests.
Yeah. Yep, absolutely. Hello, Tom. How you doing, buddy? Welcome. Hey, how you doing, Angela? Good to see you. Long time no see. Hopefully
hey,
you are
Angela.
well.
Hey, good to see you.
And she's saying hello to everybody as well.
I've been enjoying your pictures. Thank you.
I know, right? Keep on posting on our Facebook group. If you didn't know, we have a Facebook group, guys. It's just go to Facebook, look up Tall Man's Cruise Adventures. You do have to answer the 2 questions to be let in the group, which is basically what was your first cruise, and the second question is just adhering to the rules of the group, which is essentially no spam and be nice. That's it.
Just be nice.
But come be part of the Facebook group. We put up different content than we do here on our live streams. Sorry, I was just looking for the right button to press because I'm blind and I can't see. And it's mad cow. Anyway, so all right, let's get back to a little bit more of the news because we also want to get our special guest on here too.
Yes, we do.
All right, NCL is canceling 2 of their upcoming cruises, guys. The Norwegian Getaway has been chartered out. So there's 2 cruises. It's a 4-day and a 3-day that are back, sort of back-to-back cruises that are being canceled. Now, this isn't until 2026. All right, so the August 17th and August 21st sailing of the NCL Getaway are being canceled. So anybody that's put money down, they're getting a full refund. If it was a future cruise credit that you use for a deposit, you are going to get that back. Everyone who is affected is also going to get an additional 10% future cruise credit. So, all right, even though it's like nearly 2 years from now, right? So anyway, that's good.
Nice. Good for them.
Juneau is in the news up in Alaska. The Alaska season, I believe, is officially over now. And however, we talked about this months ago, where Juneau, in our opinion, was trying to have their cake and eat it too. If you remember the story, they didn't want any cruise ships on Saturday and or the 4th of July. And
I don't remember that.
you don't remember that? Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Yeah. So they were to take a vote to ban cruise ships altogether on Saturday, and no cruise ships on 4th of July.
Okay, then.
And so it just, the way that the original story was reading is, they all want to have days off or something like that. And look, the Alaska season is relatively short compared to, a 12-month time frame. And so I just thought it was like, well, they're trying to have their cake and eat it too. Well, anyway, it was put up to the vote to the public, and the people who wanted it banned lost. 60% of the voters voted to keep the cruise ships there on Saturdays and 4th of July. So it looks like there'll be no changes in Juneau when it comes to cruise ships. So we talked about this also a few weeks ago. NCL has changed one of their programs. It used to be called Free at Sea. Now it's going to be called the More at Sea program. The More at Sea program is replacing, again, Free at Sea. It's going to be sort of upgraded and updated a little bit. You're not necessarily losing a lot of benefits, but some of them are changing. So if you've booked a cruise after October 1st with NCL and chose or before October 1st for sailing next year, using the Free at Sea, it's going to be updated and upgraded. There's a ton of changes, too much to go through here, but for the most part, it relatively maintains the same. Some of the words have changed. And instead of the premium drink package, it's now going to be the More at Sea drink package, which essentially is the same, internet and a few other things. But generally speaking, if you're going on NCL, you might want to check out those changes. Okay? Let's see. Oh, the Icon of the Seas has finished its repairs. We talked about this last week. It was having to cancel a cruise. It was having some undisclosed issues. People are guessing it was propulsion or electrical, but it forced them to cancel a cruise. But those repairs have been done, and
Woohoo.
It is back on its schedule, shy of getting out of the way of MILTON, right?
Well, hopefully you can move fast enough to get out of the way of MILTON.
Well, it's been repaired.
It's been
I think
repaired.
It should
That's
be
a
pretty
darn good thing.
Speaking of the Icon and the Icon class, their new ship, the Star of the Seas, has had its official float out.
Nice.
It is floating, so it's
Nice.
it's come out of dry dock where it was being built. It is now floating, and so it'll spend the next 8-9 months or whatever it is until its inaugural next year, where they're putting the finishing touches on. But it's always a big milestone to have that float out ceremony, which they just had a couple days ago.
That's awesome.
So Villa V, still in the news. We just can't seem to get away from Villa V.
Hey, they're sailing.
They are sailing, which is fantastic. This is just sort of an interesting side story. So they finally got all their approvals. It turns out some of the last issues were paperwork.
Really?
Yeah, you have to apply for permits in places that you're going, and because they were delayed so much, those permits expired.
Oh man, are you kidding?
No, so they got that all fixed.
Oh, that's so frustrating.
They did. They got that all fixed, and they were able to finally get out and start their 3.5-year circumnavigation to the 147 countries or something like that. But here's what I found interesting. So they didn't have like a big christening ceremony. They
left without ceremony, just kind of in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
No fanfare.
Yeah, they did. They kind of snuck out in the middle of the night, if you will.
Yeah.
But they decided to have sort of a christening ceremony at sea.
Okay.
And they went to break the champagne bottle, and it took 3 attempts to crack the champagne bottle.
Oh no.
For those of you who don't know, cracking the champagne on the bow of the ship for christening is a long time maritime tradition. And it is, we'll call it myth. But if it doesn't crack on the first time, it's bad luck.
It's considered
bad luck.
Bad luck.
It's considered bad luck.
Yes, it's considered bad luck.
And hopefully this is just because they had bad luck.
But didn't they have like 3 tries to get out? So 3 tries to break
3
the
times,
bottle?
yeah.
Okay, so we'll go with that.
We're going to go with
good.
that. But
They're
yeah,
good.
it took 3 times to crack that champagne. What do y'all think of that? Is it just sort of the end of the bad luck, or do you think there might be some potential ahead because that champagne didn't crack? I don't know. I want to know what y'all think. Leave it in the chat below. Let me know what you think. Oh, so when Celebration Key opens for Carnival, their new private island, they're adding something that guests have been wanting. I find this interesting, but they're adding lockers, right?
Well, I think that's a great idea.
I think it's a great idea. It's just something I never thought of before because, we leave most of our valuables on the ship and things, and we walk out, we go to the beach, we have a good time, then walk back. It's a private island, right?
Yeah, you don't need anything really. I mean, you've got, all the water toys and the food and But
Yeah.
I guess it's people want to bring their cameras and take
Yeah.
pictures and bring your shoes and
Yeah, but they're adding lockers so
Nice.
that you
I
can
like that.
rent a locker. I don't think it talked about the price of what it will be. It just mentioned that they're going to be putting lockers on Celebration Key for everybody.
No, I think that's a great idea.
Yep. So last week we brought up the SS United States again. We've talked about this multiple times this year. The SS United States is an iconic ocean liner, of course, with the name of the United States on it. It's been laid up in Philadelphia for decades, rotting away, literally. And unfortunately, they haven't been able to pay their docking fees, and so they're in court. And it's been a very long, tedious battle. And earlier this year, a few months ago, it was issued that they had until a certain date to move the ship, period. Well, it has gone back into court, back into mediation, and so they're trying to work it out. However, all throughout this process, they started working with a county in Florida, Okaloosa County, that Okaloosa County may be interested in buying the ship and sinking it offshore to create an artificial reef, and creating a museum on land as well. And so you can visit the museum and then take probably a ferry or whatever and go out and dive on at that point, the reef or the wreck, whatever you want to call it. Well, the Okaloosa County Board actually has voted and they have agreed to buy it.
Oh, nice.
Now, mind you, it's still in mediation.
Okay.
And it has to come out of mediation first, but there is an out for this iconic ship, that it doesn't just get scrapped.
That makes me so happy. I was so sad that it was going to be just scrapped. But that's great.
I mean, I still think personally it sucks that it's going to be down there. It's eventually going to be rotted away, but
It does,
I mean,
but
that's
it's going to make
better
a great
than just
home for the fish.
Yeah. Iconic. Yeah. So, congratulations to you, Okaloosa County there in Florida, for taking the vote on this, because it's going to cost them a lot of money to do this, but they voted to do it. Oh, so this is sort of just something that was in the news, but it's also a reminder. Guys, we all like to go on a cruise and have a fun time and a blast. And a lot of that fun happens in the clubs at night or at the theaters and different places around the ship, or you're just hanging out at a bar having a good time. But please, guys, remember, when you've left the bar, when you've left the club or the theater, and you're walking back to your cabin, please leave the party behind. There are people typically trying to sleep and trying to rest.
Usually.
And it has become really an epidemic of people coming into passenger cabins, taking the party down the cabin passenger ways.
Oh my.
And there's been a significant amount of complaints in recent months about this. So I just saw some news about it and sort of read, into it a little bit more and did a little bit of research. And so, yeah, guys, please enjoy the party. Go out and have a fantastic time. But it's time to go back to the cabin. As soon as you get out of that elevator, just
zip it.
tennis voices or golf voices. He's making the approach to the second green. He's got a wedge. Okay? Just golf talk, right? And just a little bit of courtesy for your current passengers, right?
Yes, please.
Please. Let's get back to a couple of the comments, see what people are talking about here. Oh, Angela says, glad to see you as well. Thank you. And glad you enjoyed the pics.
Absolutely.
By the way, Macrina says they can conga line at 3 a.m. and write off. They can. Start the conga line at 3 a.m., just keep it going to 4 and right off the ship. But out in the passenger ways is somebody still trying to sleep at 3 o'clock. And see, when we do our tours in the middle of the night doing the cabins, if you notice, I talk real quiet. And I've got a microphone like right here, and I got the camera right here, and I'm just, Kevin, 2223, 225, 227. We're being mindful of the people sleeping. Also, Macrina says, my brother moved to Beverly Hills, Florida, a couple of months ago, and he's too calm for me since I've lived in South Florida and warned him on the hurricane issues. That happens so much. And it's usually the people that we see in the news after that get stranded and have to be rescued. And I'm not saying that about your brother, but people who move to Florida who have never been living there before or come from a place where hurricanes don't really affect them, they just don't understand until they go through one. And unfortunately, it's usually in the worst of ways.
Storm surges, that's
yeah.
no joke.
Storm surge is no joke. No joke. So hopefully your brother doesn't hold out too much and at least get some supplies and things, because if he's in the way of this thing, he more than likely is going to be without power for at least a few days, if not longer. And the closer he is to the coast, the damages are just going to increase astronomically. Right, Tampa Bay is about to experience something they haven't. In my opinion, if it keeps on this track, Tampa Bay is going to experience something they haven't had in, 100 plus years.
They were comparing it to something that happened in like the 1920s or something.
Yeah,
So yeah,
like 100 years. Yeah. So, anyway, Mama Tallman says it's more at sea because it's more money. It's more at sea because it's more money. Sorry, you lost us on that one, Mama Tallman. I apologize. Antonio C says, great marketing. It went from free at sea to it's going to cost you more at sea.
Oh, okay. More at sea. Now it makes sense.
It's more at sea because it's more money. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
makes
yeah.
sense.
Yeah, that's how they change it. McQueen also is like, 3 times the charm. Bryn, hey. Welcome to the show. You get an applause.
Welcome.
I don't think I've seen you here before. Is that your friend? Well, since Bryn is here, maybe we should bring Hazel on. Should we bring Hazel on? All right. Turn that off. We're going to bring Hazel on. We have a special guest. It'll take just a second because, we are in an RV, so we careful, don't bump things.
Hi.
All right, everybody, this is Hazel. Everybody say hello to Hazel. Hazel's our new friend. We met her and her parents here in Phoenix, and she was talking about wanting to start a YouTube channel. I was like, oh, really? I've got a YouTube channel. She's like, really? It's like, yeah. Oh, we just got a thumbs up. Thumbs up for Hazel, everybody. Thumbs up. There's 19 of you watching right now, and there's only 9 thumbs up. Everybody give Hazel a thumbs up. So, so she's thinking about starting a YouTube channel. So we just started talking this, that, and whatever. And I'm like, we do this live show. And I'm like, why don't you come on? She's like, that'd be great. So, do you know what your live show is going to be, what your YouTube channel is going to be about yet?
Not really.
No? You don't know yet? You haven't figured it out?
No, not really.
Well, she's 13, right? 13, right?
Yeah.
So, the sky's the limit. She could really talk about anything, right? There's a lot of 13-year-olds out there that maybe need, tips. Don't you come from more of a farm sort of background, right?
Yeah.
Maybe you do, stuff about farm living.
Maybe.
Yep. I don't know. Good idea.
Yeah.
Dressing tips for 13-year-olds. Because those
Who
ripped
knows?
jeans are so stylish that you're wearing.
Yeah.
You can't see them. She's sitting down. So anyway, so have you been on a cruise before?
Yes.
Yeah. What cruise have you been on?
Carnival.
Carnival? Yeah. One or two or
One.
just one?
Yep.
You remember the name of the ship?
No.
No. Did you have a fun time?
Yeah, besides my dad forgot my suitcase in the back of the truck.
He what?
He forgot my suitcase in the back of the truck. It was not very fun.
So you got on a ship with no clothes?
Yeah.
Other than what you were wearing?
Yeah.
So you get to buy all new clothes?
They didn't have no other clothes besides a shirt.
Oh. Daddy Hazel? Bad daddy. How'd they forget a suitcase?
It was in a trash bag because it was like a pretty nice suitcase. So like where it didn't get ruined or anything. So yeah, they didn't see it.
They forgot to take it out of the vehicle?
Yeah.
Yep. Didn't you say it was in the back of the truck or something?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it was an honest mistake, but how do you forget a suitcase? Got no pants. Anyway, let's see what everybody's saying here. Bev says, I think they need a break. Yes, they may. Patricia says, I was wondering how week one was for VV as well. Anything interesting? I haven't seen anything interesting, and I haven't had a time to watch any of the people that are on the Villa V. I keep on saying Via V, but it's Villa V. Angela is asking, I was just about to ask the same thing, Macrina. Hopefully we'll get some time here in the next few days and to try to catch up if we see some videos from some, because there are some people that are on Villa V that have their own YouTube channels. Villa V is a brand new full-time living cruise ship. The ship itself isn't brand new. It's old. It's about 20 years old, but it's a brand new company, and they were supposed to launch like back in May. And they've had nothing but problems.
Oh.
Yep. So it took them 4 extra months to get the ship ready to go. So they've finally got out there. So all these people, some of them sold their homes and their businesses and stuff because they're going to go move and live on the ship full time. And they bought their cabins, kind of like a condo.
Oh. Yeah.
And it cost them I think the least expensive was like $100,000.
Oh.
Yeah. And so, but their home wasn't ready to move into. So for 4 months, these people have been kind of moving around and, trying to survive. But now they're on the ship. So congratulations to those. And I'm sure they've enjoyed the heck out of their first week, regardless of trying to crack that bottle 3 times. Okay, let's see here. Macrina says, I either have a great cabin, neighbors, or asleep like a log. I hear nothing. Yeah, Macrina, in fact, some of the reports or some of the comments that I read about this part of the noise thing, somebody's comment was that I normally sleep like a log and hear nothing, but this is ridiculous, and it was keeping them up all night. So again, Bryn says, hello, Mr. Cruise Fever. Hey, buddy. Hello, Nurse Tara. Welcome. You're getting ready for a cruise soon, too. Hopefully all these hurricanes are out of your way. Macrina says, hello, Hazel.
Hi.
Patricia, hello. Mama Tallman, that's my mama. She says hello. Mamie Radar, Nurse Tara. Hello, Mr. Cruise Fever. Welcome. Everybody's saying hello to you. So if anybody has a question for Hazel, make sure you ask it while she's here. Oh, and guys, thank you all for the thumbs up. It's all for her. Your friend says, hi, Hazel.
Hi, Bren.
You were talking about that you may do YouTube channel with a friend. Is that with Bryn? Is it going to do it together maybe?
We were gonna do a podcast, but I don't know if we're gonna do it now. But yeah, it would gonna be with.
Oh, so Bryn, maybe we have to have you on here too. We'll have you call in. We can have people dial into the show and we can bring you on if you didn't know that. Antonio was asking Nurse Tara how it was routing for your Ravens. Oh, they were talking football. Yep. Cheney, your dad's like, go Hazel, or Mom, go Hazel. I thought you guys were coming back. You should be coming back. You could be part of the live studio audience. and bring McKenna too. Everybody's saying hello. Mr. Cruise Fever, here's Jenny True.
Hi, Granny.
Grandma Hazel. Roderick, hey buddy, how you doing? Who's the new commentator? This is my friend Hazel, and she's a new friend of the family, and we met her here in Phoenix, and we just started talking, and she started talking about YouTube, and I'm like, oh, we've got a YouTube channel, so we decided to have her on so she could get her first taste of what it's like to sort of be in front of a camera. So she's being a little bit shy. She's usually a little bit more talkative than this. So it's interesting. When you're talking with somebody face to face, there's a good conversation. But talking to a camera can actually be scary for a lot of people because there's no response. Now, we're live and you guys can talk to us through chatting, but it's kind of different just talking to a camera, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, you're talking to me, but you're talking to the camera, right? Mm-hmm. So that's all right. She's generally, you're going to have to learn how to be more talkative. So, all right, tell me a story then. Tell me a story about something fun that happened on your cruise that you remember. Because it was on a Carnival ship. They are the fun ship, right?
Oh, I went down a water slide.
Ah, yeah. Did you like the water slides?
Yeah, it was really cold.
Was it cold?
Yeah.
What time of year were you on the ship? Do you remember?
December.
It was December.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they don't always heat the water anyway, so. But did you go down to the Caribbean, somewhere south where it was warmer?
Yeah, we went to Cozumel, Mexico.
Oh, yeah. So it would have been warm down there.
Yeah.
But the water that they use for the slides, they actually, I don't want to say, they don't make the water, but they suck up the seawater and they turn it into fresh water. But it's cold.
Yeah.
So it's not heated. So some people, I won't say complain about it, but, could y'all heat the water up a little bit? Because it can be cold. The pools are cold, too.
Yeah, it was freezing.
Yeah. Yeah. I'd rather, go in the ocean. It's warmer. Yeah. So, okay. All right. All right, Mr. Cruise Fever, hello to everyone in chat. Is saying, Janie's like, the suitcase incidents, epic fail for us. It's almost Home Alone. Ah! At least you didn't forget the child. It was just a child's suitcase. Patricia says to Roderick, Lisa drank the magic potion and she went younger. Yeah, fountain of youth. I got me a youngin'. No, Lisa's over there. She's just a friend. Roderick says she's Robert's psychiatrist to help him with his mad cow. I got the mad cow. My brain and lips don't always work. You've been around me enough to know that already, right? Yeah, okay. Yeah, she knows. You can talk, Okay. Nurse Tara and Angela Brown is, the battle is on this Sunday. Again, we're talking football again. Okay, let's see here. Mr. Cruise Fever says, I had a pretty good time on the Carnival celebration. Excellent. I'm glad to hear it. Make sure you post some pictures up on the Facebook group there, Mr. Cruise Fever. Pretty they're talking about the magic potion. She does look a little like Lisa, doesn't she? Got the long hair, same color, yeah. Except she wears glasses. Lisa doesn't. Though she should be wearing glasses. This one over here. Janie's like, we are camera shy. It's most of the people watching know I've been in front of a camera all my life. Just about. Entertainer, been on stage, traveled the world, performed all over the world. So being in front of a camera isn't anything new to me. And so typically I'm not talking to the camera, though, because I'm performing or whatever. But, having a camera in my face has never bothered me. But that's why I figured maybe we'd break her in a little bit and have her first experience in front of a camera when it's not her own channel. But look, you just got to do it. That's the only advice I can give you. You just got to do it. The first time you do it, it's going to be horrible. It's going to be bad. But every time you get a little better. Ask these people. Our stream started off horrible. All the equipment, and it still does fail from time to time, but we've come a long way, haven't we, TMC? So, but you just got to do it, right? That's the number one thing. It's like Nike. Just do it, right? It's the number one thing I could ever tell anybody. But remember, it is a lot of work, but it's fun work.
Yeah.
Right? All right. Need pictures from the celebration. Yep, that's what I was just saying, Macrina. Uh-oh, Angela. Okay, they're fighting over football. Carnival Cruise Director Leon was good. Awesome. Thank you, Mr. Cruise Fever. Roderick says, good job, Hazel. Continue the great work. So there you go. All right. Macrina says, Hazel, you need a second Carnival cruise since they forgot your suitcase.
Yeah.
Well, it just so happens that Hazel's family was supposed to be coming with us on the cruise that we booked, but they chickened out. Probably because they were thinking they were going to forget your suitcase again. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. So, calling you out. You should have booked that cruise with us. You get the horn. Yeah, take that. All right. Shall we read some more news? Shall we do some news with Hazel? Let's do some news with Hazel. We can talk to her. Okay? Let's do some news with Hazel. Okay. Speaking of itinerary changes, in the past few days, Carnival has released an amazing amount of itinerary changes coming up for a lot of their ships. This has nothing to do with Milton. This is off into the future. So, when you go to book a cruise, you look where it's going. It's going to go to Mexico, and it's going to go to Panama, or wherever it's going to go, right? And sometimes, for certain reasons, they have to change these things. They never give the reasons. If they do, what's always given is operational challenges. Well, there are a lot. There are so many, I'm not going to be able to go over all the changes, but I will give you the list. The Carnival Radiance, December 23rd and 30th of this year. The Carnival Sunshine, July 6th and 20th, August 3rd and 17th, September 14th, October 12th of 2025. The Carnival Spirit, January 17th, 2026. The Carnival Valor, March 21st, 2026. Carnival Liberty, March 22nd, 2026. The Carnival Jubilee, November 21st, 2025. The Carnival Freedom, February 10th, 2025, March 9th and 28th of 2026. The Carnival Magic on March 2nd and 16th of 2025. The Carnival Sunshine on February 7th, March 12th, March 21st of 2026. The Carnival Pride, March 8th of 2026. And the Carnival Spirit, bad cow. Carnival Spirit, March 8th, 2026. For some reason, I don't feel that's correct. Are they both the same date? Why do I feel that's wrong? Let me see. Nope, both right. Yeah, both the Carnival Pride and Spirit are having changes for the March 8th, 2026. Isn't that a lot?
Yeah.
That's a ton of changes.
Mm-hmm.
How would you feel if you were supposed to go somewhere and you couldn't go?
I'd be really mad.
Yeah, wouldn't that suck?
Yeah.
But guess what? You're still on a cruise ship.
Mm-hmm.
You're still going to go somewhere fun.
Yeah.
So you just got to kind of roll with it. That's something that you do when you book a cruise. Because of, like right now with the weather, there's lots of ships you heard us talk about having to change ports and different things.
Mm-hmm.
You're still going to have a great time though, right?
Yeah.
See? So it may suck not to be able to go to the port that you wanted to go to, but still going to have a great time, right?
Yep.
See, there you go. And that's the end thing. It's just having a good time as far as we're concerned. All right? So let's move on to the news. A princess ship in Norway broke free of the dock. So this was the princess, the Caribbean princess. It was in Tromsø, Norway, and I think they had a bit of wind, and the lines that tie the ship to the dock, they snapped.
Oh.
And the ship floated away.
Oh my gosh.
And I know here I'll do this, guys. Here we'll switch to the screen right here. So right there, I don't know if y'all can see my mouth. Those are the gangways that you walk off the ship to get onto the dock. Well, there's no dock.
Oh.
It floated completely away.
That's not good.
No, that's not good at all. Fortunately, no one was hurt, and that's the most important thing.
Yeah,
no one
good.
was hurt, but they were able to fix everything, get the ship back, and But Caribbean Princess broke away from the pier. Yeah, that's kind of dangerous. So somebody's been banned from Carnival. We were just talking about Carnival. You've been on a Carnival ship.
Yeah.
Do you know what you have to do to get banned off of a ship?
Nope.
Well, there's several things, but the biggest thing is bring something on board that you shouldn't bring on board. And then boast about it on YouTube.
Oh.
So here's a lesson for you since you're thinking about starting a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
This particular person, of all things, smuggled a gun on the ship.
Wow.
That is not permitted, by the way. No weapons of any kind. Knives, guns, pepper spray, anything like that. Can't bring that. You should make sure your dad knows that.
Okay.
Mr. Prepper. Mr. Apocalypse. That's what Lisa and I now call you. You are now officially called Mr. Apocalypse. And we call that in a loving way. Anyway, yeah, they smuggled a gun on the ship. They did put it in their safe. They weren't carrying it around, but they have a YouTube channel or TikTok or something, brought the gun out of the safe, showed it, boasted about it. They got themselves banned for life.
Wow.
They can no longer go on a Carnival ship.
It's not good.
No, but that's what happens when you do things, that you shouldn't do on a ship.
Yeah.
Same thing goes for drugs. Try to smuggle drugs in and get caught, banned for life. Right? Sitting on the edge of a balcony, You may not get banned for life, but you're going to get kicked off the ship. So you get a balcony cabin, no sitting on the rail.
Okay.
Not allowed. Right. Just, schooling the young one here. But yeah, so yeah, these 2 people banned for life. Don't bring guns on board, guys. That's ridiculous. So let's read some more of the comments, shall we? And we have just a little bit more news. Where are we? Macrina says, Hazel looks like a 13-year-old Lisa. Well, yeah. That potion she drank was perfect. We put the right ingredients. We want 13. Poof! 13. I should have put a graphic up there for her, but, Lisa, a.k.a. Mrs. Tallman. Not that anyone calls her that, but call her Hazel. That's what she is. Oh, Patricia says, Hazel and Fam on the group cruise. No, we haven't talked to them about the group cruise. We got so excited. They're going to talk about booking a cruise here at the end of the year. We just started talking about, we've got this cruise use channel. That's how this all started. And we're like, yeah, we're about to book ourselves. And so we started talking. We found a cruise that we all liked, and I got it all set up for them. And all they had to say was, let's do it. But no, I got the text this morning. We got to pass. No cruise for you.
Oh, I really wanted to go.
I know. It would have been fun. It was a long one, too, not a short one. We're going to have a blast.
Yeah.
But we're not saying what it is yet. Not yet. Not yet. Hello, Justina. How are you? And Justina says, welcome, Hazel.
Thank you.
Nurse Tara says, oh, Hazel needs another cruise. I think so, too. Right? It's probably still not too late, guys. We could probably get your, booking reinstated. I'm just saying. I don't know. They're still talking football. Mr. Cruise Fever says to Macrina, liked how said bye. I said bye at the end of his message. Also, hello, cousins. Okay, I thought that was important. We do not claim her. No, we do not, Angela. Ugh, some people. I'm not exactly sure who they're talking about, but that's okay. You guys have a conversation. We're going to get back to the news, okay? All right, let's get back to the news. All right, so things I never thought I would talk about in the news. The chewing gum on a cruise ship is in the news.
That's weird.
Don't you think?
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So a passenger gets on board a Carnival ship, and because of dietary issues they've been instructed by their doctors to chew gum at least 3 times a day. So the doctor tells them they need to chew gum 3 times a day. Now, this particular person doesn't bring gum.
Oh.
Expects they can buy it on the ship. And when they can't, they get all mad. So let me ask you a question. You seem to be common sense thinking 13-year-old.
Yeah.
If a doctor tells you you need to chew gum 3 times a day, are you going to bring that gum with you?
Yeah. Like, just bring the gum. It's not that hard.
Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Hazel. Yeah, so anyway, I guess years ago, Carnival used to sell gum in their candy. They have a candy store on their ships. You remember seeing that?
Yeah, I went and it was really fun.
Yeah, lots of good candy in there. Well, what you won't find in there anymore is gum. Why? Because people will chew the gum and then stick it places they shouldn't. Under tables, under handrails, behind doorknobs, you name it. That's where people stick gum. And it's not just the kids that do it. It's some adults who think they're still kids. But anyway, because of which they don't sell gum anymore. Doesn't mean you can't bring gum. You can bring gum with you. But, it's kind of a mess to try to clean up gum from under things where they're sticking it where they shouldn't, as opposed to just put it in the trash. Right? Yeah. So there was a little bit of a kerfuffle that Carnival doesn't sell gum anymore. But to your point, if the doctor says you should chew gum, you should probably... No different than pill. If you're on medication, you're going to bring your medication that the doctor gave you, right? Yeah. Of course. So you should bring the gum if the doctor... I like this one. I think she's a keeper. Look at this. Mamie Radar. You go, Hazel. This is not hard stuff, guys. just isn't. Anyway, let's go back and see what else they're talking about. Go Dodgers. Now they're talking baseball. Mom says, tell Hazel if she talks more, we will go. Ooh.
Oh, okay. I'll talk a lot. There we go.
Hang on. I'm muting my mic.
Okay. I don't know. This is kind of awkward though. I don't know what to talk about.
Tell me a story.
We went to the candy store and it was really fun. I don't know how much we got, but
What's your favorite candy?
I like Sweet Tarts and Sour Patch Kids.
God, I like this one. This bump. God, I like this one. Can you, I was going to say, can we keep her? No, we don't want to keep her. No, we can keep her here, but not here. So, what's your favorite thing to do? Because, I mean, we really haven't talked a ton, but, you know, what's your favorite thing to do?
I like to ride horses and play soccer and volleyball.
Oh, yeah? What position do you play when you're in soccer?
I play forward, left, or right.
Yeah, I'm a keeper. Goalie. I don't know if you call them keepers where you come from, but goalie. That's what I played.
That's cool.
I played soccer all growing up. In fact, Papa Tall Man, my dad's still a referee for soccer.
That's cool.
He runs around with his head cut off like a little chicken, chasing people, throwing flags. Penalty! Red card! Right? You know I'm right. You know I'm right. So soccer. So horses. Do you have a horse?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's his name? Or her name?
Dangerous.
Dangerous?
But he's a pony.
Oh, he's a pony. Okay. So maybe not so dangerous.
Yeah. We just call him that.
You just call him that?
Yeah.
Yeah, just careful of the button because you're turning it off.
Yeah.
The microphone has an on-off switch, so she was just touching it by accident. Okay. All right. All right. You see. The gun holder we do not claim. No, we don't claim any of these silly people bringing a gun on a ship. What is wrong with these people? Mr. Cruise Fever says that was from our Carnival cruise. Director Leon said on the PA system and at the shows. Oh, okay. Thank you. Roger's like, I claim her. You go, girl. You go, Hazel. Here we go. Mamie Radar says she has a question. What is your favorite school subject?
Oh, I don't know. I don't really like school. It's boring.
I know, but, you know, it's how you become, you know, smart.
Yeah. I like science, kind of.
Yeah. I like science, too. I like numbers. I was always into math. I'm just good with numbers, just math thing. But science was my second favorite. My least favorite, English, which obviously you all know.
I don't like reading or English.
No, I don't like reading either.
Boring.
But, you know, I did my homework. And I got good grades. And, yeah, oh, good. All right. Let's see. Anybody else has questions? Ask Miss Hazel. You all help her. Macrina says, bye, I said bye, was previously used by former cruise director Matt Mitchum. Oh, so he stole Mitchum's lines. Interesting. Hello, Tuesday. I heard you called Kathy. Congratulations, thank you, and welcome to the group cruise. You know, we should talk about a group cruise in a little bit. You know, just don't forget, we got a group cruise up, everybody. You can see it right up there. 396 days, 19 hours, 7 minutes, and 16, 15, 14 seconds. But we'll play that. It's going to be on the Carnival Horizon, actually, next year, November. Yeah, so everybody come with us. But we'll play that. We'll get into that in a minute. Elaine says, by the way, hello, you made it. Yes, Hazel definitely looks like a young Lisa. That's what I thought, right? Wait till you see your sister McKenna. Guys, get your butts over here. Bring McKenna. Come on. We're waiting. Your groceries should be put away long by now. Anyway, okay, no gastric bypass doctor will tell a gastric bypass patient to chew gum. It's a big no-no. I don't think they had gastric bypass surgery. It was a bariatric thing or something. I'm not exactly sure. But anyway, they were just something to moan and groan about, or something to... Oh, that didn't work. That was a Disney horn. Have you heard a cruise ship's horn? Well, let's play some of the cruise ship horns for Hazel. This was from the Carnival Venezia. We were on that ship. We were on that ship doing what's called the transatlantic. We left from Europe and came all the way across to America. And we were in the fog for 5 days.
Oh, wow.
We saw nothing but fog for 5 days, and that went off every 3 minutes for 5 days.
Oh, that would have been really, really, really annoying.
Day and night. By day 4, I think we broke it because it sounded more like it was pretty bad. I think we broke it. Let's see. I don't remember which one that was. I think that was the princess one. You know what? I don't know. Here, this one you should know. Okay, which one's that one?
I don't know. Carnival.
No, but you know the song? I mean, do you recognize? These kids. Star Wars.
Oh,
It's a Disney horn. Their ships play songs.
that's cool.
That's an easy one. You should know that one.
Mm-hmm.
What-
The beginning of a Disney movie.
Yep. That's probably a little bit harder. Do you know that one?
No.
That's a yo ho, a pirate's life for me.
Oh.
Those are all Disney, obviously. It's a small world.
Oh.
It's a small world. All right. So moving on. Are we all having fun? I hope you all are having fun. Okay, let's see here. Antonio says, ask Hazel, what is her favorite music group or singer?
Ooh, I don't know. I have a bunch of favorite singers.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, well.
I like Olivia Rodrigo.
Oh, nice.
I don't know.
Nobody else?
Ariana Grande.
Ariana Grande. Okay, nice. Roderick says, our next cruise director. Yes, Hazel. Macrina says she likes Raisinets. That's her favorite candy. You know Raisinets?
Nope.
It's like raisin covered with chocolate.
Oh.
I mean, you like raisins?
Yeah.
You like chocolate?
Yeah.
And you love Raisinets. We're going to have to introduce her to Raisinets, man. Mr. Crucifer says maybe Leon was the fun squad with Matt when he used to be with Carnival. That's potentially, Mr. Cruise Fever. Yeah, Papa's here now.
Yeah.
Macrina says, Hazel, you are a Swiftie.
No.
No, you're not a Swiftie?
Mm-mm.
No.
I mean, I like a few of her songs, but I'm not a Swiftie.
Yeah, it's little Lisa. Lisa's not a Swiftie either. I don't know why. She just does not like Taylor. But, I neither hate her nor like her. I just, I have a lot of, from the business of her music stuff and how she's run her music business.
Yeah.
I have a lot of, good things to say about that. But anyway, haha, me too. Numbers and science. Ugh to English. Macrina doesn't like English either.
I don't like English.
No. Who likes English? Does anybody like English out there? Lisa did. Are you shaking your head over there too? You liked English too? English. You like English as a school subject? You didn't like school at all. Yeah, he didn't like school, period. Yeah. So, our live studio audience just grew. Is the other half coming too? Okay, gotcha. Gotcha. Okay, just making sure. So McKenna is actually Hazel's younger sister. She's 5. She's cute as a button. We'll try to get her on at some point, but you guys will love McKenna too. Yippee Horizon! I may like that ship. Do you think you just got off it, Macrina? Anyway, all right, we just have a couple more news stories. Let's get this finished. I didn't think this would be news because it was announced before, but they just talked about it again, and I'm not sure why. So I'm feeling that it wasn't set in stone. But Carnival has announced that they're doubling their ship capacity in Australia. Good day, mate. We have some Australian friends in there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the towel guy. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anyway, so P&O was sort of bought out by Carnival and merged with them. So Carnival Cruise Line got bigger because they took over this other smaller company.
Oh.
And those 2 ships are going to be staying there. So they've just released their 2026 and 2027 sailings and seasons. And so the Carnival, let's see here. The where are the names? I'm so sorry, guys. The names are going to be turned into the Carnival. The 2 P&O ships that are taken over are going to become the Carnival Adventure and the Carnival Encounter. All right. And in 2026, the Carnival Splendor and Carnival Adventure will sail out of Sydney, Australia, and the Carnival Luminosa and Carnival Encounter will sail out of Brisbane. So, guys, yeah, the 2026 and 2027 seasons have just opened up for these cruise ships. So, you folks in Australia, you have a couple more options. Though they're old options, they'll be new because they'll be all refreshed and turned into Carnival ships.
Yeah.
Speaking of Carnival, they also made an announcement. They had their third quarter earnings and had to adjust everything because they've had huge profits. But they've also announced that for 2025, half of all their cabins are sold for all their cruises for next year. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
I mean, we're still in 2024, and half of the cabins available for this cruise line are sold out.
That's crazy.
I think so. If you want to go on a cruise, y'all gotta snap it up quick. Snap it up quick. Oh, so I'm sure a lot of you paying attention to the news, not just because of the weather, but everything going on in the Red Sea is sort of, well, it's not calming down. And so Royal Caribbean is redeploying one of its ships. This conflict over there in the Middle East, over there in the Red Sea area, started this time last year. But it's still going on. And it really is at a fever pitch right now. And so the Royal Caribbean's Voyager of the Seas was to have an itinerary in November of 2025. And I know this is next year, but they're repositioning the ship, and that's being wiped. In fact, the entire November schedule for the ship has been taken off the board. So I think there's going to be several changes outside of the November 17th cruise that they talked about. But guys, if you're going to be going on the Voyager of the Seas in November of next year, 2025, you should make sure you call your travel agents or call the cruise lines if you book directly, and see if you have been affected by this change. Okay? We have talked about the longshoreman strike leading up to the strike, which started midnight on October 1st. It is still going on, but it has been confirmed. We talked about that the cruise lines potentially would not be affected by this, and it turns out that is correct. And so far, they've kept their word, and cruise lines are going on as expected. For those who don't know what we're talking about, the longshoremen, these are the guys that unload cargo on cruise ships and container ships. So like a lot of the things that we eat and wear, they are shipped to us in these big containers on big container ships.
Yeah.
And so when it pulls into port, some guy in a big crane takes it off the ship and brings it down to the ground. Okay? Or there could also be a guy on the ground with big forklifts moving them around. Now for cruise ships, your luggage, as long as this one over here remembers to bring it on the cruise ship with you, it gets put on the ship by someone called a longshoreman. That's your job.
Yeah.
Well, they went on strike. They want more money. And a few other guarantees, automation and things like that. And so the cruise industry was afraid that cruises may be affected by this, because if there's nobody there to put food and luggage on a ship, well, then how's the ship going to leave?
It's not.
No. Well, they would probably just hire somebody, but it wouldn't be smooth, would it?
Yeah. No.
Because they don't know the job. Anyway, well, the longshoremen are still servicing the cruise ships, so everybody can at least relax in about that aspect of the cruising industry. So there's that. What's this? Oh, speaking of Alaska, we were talking about Alaska earlier. I'm a tall man, it's your fault. Earlier, I'm originally from Massachusetts. I have a really bad accent sometimes. Sorry, everybody. Is it Haines, Alaska is going to start charging passengers to come into Haines, like $9.
Oh.
If you're going to take an Alaska cruise next year, it's going to cost you $9 more. Yeah. There's a lot of places doing that now.
Oh.
Yeah. So like when you go on a cruise, part of the money that you pay goes to pay for certain things at the ports that you go.
Oh.
But there's been some places, because there's so much tourism, they're starting to charge more money and hope that will keep people from coming.
Oh.
So Haines, Alaska is charging $9. I think the worst I've seen is like $25. Yeah, it's happening in a lot of places. Speaking of crazy, what's that camera doing? I don't know what it's doing, this stinking camera. All right, you just stand right there, Lisa. We've got camera problems. Hang on, y'all. I'm keeping it off. Sorry. Yeah, I'm not going to torture everybody. There we go. Yeah, see, we've got this other camera angle, guys, which we've shown you before. But that camera always misbehaves. See, this camera over here? It misbehaves sometimes. It literally has a mind of its own. Nope, not that way. There we go. There you go. This is the fun cam. There's Hazel. Hi, everybody. Okay, let's get back to this. Because we have just a few more news. So Haines, Alaska, going to be charging some more money. Go to Haines, Alaska. Celebrity has also revealed its new itineraries for 26 and 27, and congratulations, they're about to have their very first grand voyage, 110 nights on a cruise ship.
Wow.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to go like, I don't know, 57 different countries, or yeah, it's going to be great.
Wow.
Wouldn't that be fun?
Yeah, it sounds really fun.
I would. I want to do that. Lisa and I want to do that. Come live on a cruise ship.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be blast?
Mm-hmm.
You still have to go to school though.
Yeah.
But still be cruise ship, school on a cruise ship. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, okay. So yeah. So guys, if you guys are fans of Celebrity, yeah, they've released all their new itineraries for 26 and 27, and one of it involves a 110-night grand voyage. It's going to 55 destinations in 15 different countries. So I got that wrong. It wasn't 50 countries. It's 55 destinations in 15 different countries. So yeah, go check that out. All right. So, want to talk about a hero?
Yeah.
I know your dad's probably your hero, but there are real heroes out there. In an unreported ship, it was a royal ship. I don't know which one. It has not been reported. As it was getting ready to dock in Honduras, somebody fell off the ship. And a firefighter, his name is Rory Foy, he's from Ireland, dove off the ship to help save that passenger.
Wow.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
He's just another passenger, but on vacation, but in his real life, he's a firefighter. In fact, he's a swift water rescue specialist, and so sort of right up his alley, he dives off the ship into the water and helps save that passenger.
That's pretty cool.
I thought so, right? Congrats, nope, that's the crickets. That is for you, Rory Foy. A true hero. Heroes do not always wear capes, do they? No. No. All right. Last but not least, I love this one. This is great. Last bit of news, everybody. So, between now and 2036, on the books, ordered are, you ready for this? 60, for the cruise industry, 66 new ships that have a total of 171,234 beds.
Oh.
So in the next 12 years, 66 more ships are coming into the cruise industry that have a total of 171,234 berths.
Wow.
Is that crazy?
Yeah.
That is a lot of beds.
Mm-hmm.
That means every week, another 171,000 more people can cruise every week.
Wow.
Right?
Yeah.
That is amazing. Anyway, well, there's your cruise news, everybody. And Hazel, let's see if anybody else has a question for you, since we've been ignoring the comments, haven't we?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see here. Roderick says, Hazel, stay focused and positive. You're doing a great job.
Thanks.
And you got to talk some more so you can go on a cruise.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hazel, you're doing great, says Bern.
Thanks, Bren.
Bren. Sorry, I've been calling you Bern. Bren. Mr. Cruise Fever says, Labadee is back open for Royal Caribbean trips. Yeah, I think that opened a little bit ago. They decided to start going back to Haiti. Every once in a while, cruise ships can't go places because of bad things that are happening. And so Labadee, Haiti was one of those places. They used to go there all the time, and there's been a lot of crime and things like that, and it was not safe to go. And so they've stopped going. Well, they've started going back again. So that's pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
All right, Macrina says, hopefully no issues with the group cruise itinerary since there were a lot of changes mentioned. There was, but the Carnival Horizon wasn't one of them. And so so far the group cruise is good to go. So, yeah. Mama Tallman says the longshoreman strike is on hold until 1:15. Wage increase has been approved, but other issues tabled. Thank you very much. I spent so much time working on the hurricane today, I didn't get to check in actually on the longshoreman progress. So that's pretty cool. At least they've agreed on some on a dollar amount, so they're back to work. Because it has also been reported the longer they stay on strike, the far-reaching effects go out to next year, meaning cargo is stuck on ships because there's nobody there to take it off the ships. And so the goods and some foods that we eat are on these ships. And so prices were expected to spike, and there was people like hoarding cans and all kinds of canned goods and different things because they were afraid they weren't going to be able to get their food. So, but that's good that they came to an agreement and moving forward. Awesome. Antonio says, I heard the longshoremen make about $150K a year and are getting a 62% raise. Must be nice. I know. I can't say that's 100% true. In the research that I did, the average longshoreman was making about $15 an hour, and they were looking for a $10 an hour raise. So I don't know if the $15 an hour equates to $150,000 a year, depending on the amount of hours they work. But yes, the $10 raise they wanted would be about 66%. So pretty substantial. Tony also says, that's a lot of new ships videos for you. I know we barely dug into the ones that are out there now. Got a lot to do. And last but not least so far, Macrina says, and if that is what the longshoremen make, no wonder our prices for everything are going up. Yeah, well, everything trickles down, doesn't it? So you want to see our group cruise?
Yeah.
All right, so let's talk about our group cruise, everybody. So let's play this little video for everybody.
Come join us November 8th, 2025.
There'll be meet and greets,
Parties,
pineapples,
ducks, and of course the live shows.
Don't miss our first ever group cruise. We'll see you on the horizon. Well, there you go, everybody. I'll put that email back up if you want to join us on the group cruise. We say this every time we bring up the group cruise. Lisa and I are not travel agents, so we didn't put this group cruise together to make money off you guys. We just want to go hang out with the Tallman Clan. So if you want to join us, please send me an email to tallmanscruiseadventures@gmail.com. We will forward you our agent's info. Her name's Kathy. We've been booking with her and her people for, as far as back as I can remember. And so she's taking care of that for us. So you just send me an email there, and I will forward you her contact information, okay? And come join us on the horizon on November next year, November 8th, right? Wasn't it November 8th? I can't remember now. November 8th. November 8th next year. You want to come?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know if that'll be our next cruise or not. I'm going to make it hard on you, Cheney. Anyway, okay, so there's a group cruise. You know what else it's time to do? It's time to play our official, unofficial theme song. We've got a theme song.
That's really cool.
Right?
Yeah.
It happened by accident, but we have a theme song. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
All right, y'all want to hear it? I know you want to hear it, but okay. Theme song. There you go. Dance it up, girl. They can't hear us again. Oh, they can hear us again. We're on air. Why are we on air?
So here we go again, it's no surprise. 'Cause we know better than to roll the dice. So take this love and try to make it new. You can easy like no one else. The final moment before I lose myself. And it's no use working 9 to 5 if you want more than to stay alive. So come on over, we can make it through. Take my hand, I know just what to do. On the beat, keep dancing through the night. Stay up until the morning light, the morning light falls. So come on over, we can make it through. Take my hand, I know just what to do. On the beat, keep dancing through the night. Stay up until the morning light, the morning light, oh, the morning light, oh. I just wanna be your Superman. Come fly with me, just take my hand. And now that we are cruising in mid-flight, you better watch out for the kryptonite. So come on over, we can make it through, make it through. Take my hand, I know just what to do, just what to do. On the beat, keep dancing through the night, we're dancing. Stay up until the morning light, the morning light falls. Come on over, we can make it through, make it through. Take my hand, I know just what to do, what to do. On the beat, keep dancing through the night. Stay up until the morning light, the morning light, oh.
Well, there you go. The official, unofficial, official theme song. What you think of it?
I liked it.
Pretty cool, huh?
Yep.
Yeah, right? She was swaying a little bit. Just a little bit. You gotta, break her in a little bit more here. Just, get a little more comfortable. All right, so let's see what people are saying here. All right. Oh. Mama told me says that's 62% over a 6-year period. Okay, all right, so it's going to be a trickle thing. Awesome. Curtis Trimble says, good job, Hazel.
Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate you. Thank you. Yay, Group Cruise. Bring it on. Absolutely. Macrina says $15 an hour is only about $32K a year. They probably make more than that, don't you think? I would too if guys work a lot of overtime. Absolutely. Trisha's like, sway time. She's talking about the song. Everybody's dancing and got some hearts going. Maybe radar. Everybody loves the song. Cheney says, make Dad say yes, Hazel.
Dad. Say yes, Hazel.
Hang on, I gotta fix this. What was that? No comprende. C. Oh, good Lord. Curtis says, go, girl. The morning light. That is correct. And everybody's, again, hearts and dancing. There you go, Hazel. Angela's giving you a little lovin'. All right. Jane says, good job, you two. Thank you very much. Say it again.
Thank you.
There you go. Because I was talking over you, so I apologize. Antonio C. says, Hazel can make YouTube videos about horses, soccer, and maybe RV life. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. There you go. Absolutely. You can do whatever you want to do. Just got to do it.
Yeah.
Just got to do it. Say yes to the cruise so we can see you on the live shows. I think you're replacing Lisa. Crickets. Oh, all right, everybody. Well, let's say goodbye to Hazel. She's been a fantastic co-host. Thank you so much. We appreciate you being here.
Thank you.
Come join us anytime. All right, and maybe work on that camera presence. We can work on that a little bit.
Yep.
Practice makes perfect, right?
Yep.
The more time you get in front of a camera, the more easy it is. Right?
Yep.
All right. All right. We'll take this off. We'll let Lisa back in here. Back to the audience. Be careful of the camera. We are tight in here. We're in an RV. Most of you know that, so it's tight quarters. There you go.
I just got to do that RV shuffle.
You're off.
Yeah, I am off. Just got to do that RV shuffle.
It's midnight somewhere, and the pumpkin and the shoe fell off, and look what happened.
Oh no, I grew up. I grew old. What happened?
What happened? I was 13 a minute ago. Let's see here. Everybody was talking to you still, Hazel. So let's see. Mamie says, again, say yes to the cruise so we can see you on the live shows. We already talked about that. Macrina says, Hazel, we will all be on the group cruise. We'll have fun. We're going to have a 3 a.m. conga line, and some will walk the plank.
Lots of us are going to walk the plank.
Yes, she did last week. Patricia says, hope to see you again, Hazel. Great job. Mamie Radar also says, great job. And Nurse Tara also says, thank you, Hazel. So, yeah, just, first time. Broke the ice, right? Not a problem.
Gotta do it. Gotta do
absolutely. And Macrina follows that up with, we will all be on the live show on the cruise. I get to blow the horn. No. You are not. I did not give you permission to push my buttons.
I do seem to remember you said you do not get to push my buttons. I remember
I
you
did.
saying that.
I did.
Remember that.
Wasn't the number 40 cabins?
It's 40 cabins.
40
yeah.
cabins? We don't have 40 cabins. But
Yeah.
we have 40 cabins. I'll let you push a button. One. I'll let you choose the one, but it's one. My buttons.
I'll let you push the buttons.
No. The buttons are over here. She can't even get to the buttons.
That's okay. You can come around that side. It's okay.
And Nurse Tara says, 13 going on 30. That's right. All right. Well, guys, we appreciate you all being with us. Thank you so much. Just a quick recap. Hurricane Milton's bearing down in Florida. This is not a drill. This is not a drill. Blow the horn 7 times. It is time to abandon ship. It's going to come up right through Tampa Bay and currently at Category 5 with some of the lowest pressures recorded in history. Sub 900 millibars. Winds over 180 now, I think.
I believe they said there were only 6 storms that have had below 600. Yeah.
Below 700.
7. Yeah.
Yeah, below, because it's 6.
No, 7.
Yeah, below 700. Yeah,
Below
because it's 699 or I don't know, whatever it is.
Yeah. But there's
No,
only been
below,
si-
below 900 because it's 899.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, we'll get this right. So,
Eventually, but yeah, thoughts and prayers. I mean,
and
yeah.
there, if there's a ship that's remotely close to Bermuda, Florida, the Gulf of Mexico, Bahamas, they're being affected. Celebrity Reflection, Royal Caribbean's Grandeur, Harmony, Utopia, Symphony, Wonder, Carnival's Pride, Paradise, Elation, Sunshine, Dream, The Valiant Lady, The Seabourn Venture, and the Margaritaville at Sea Islander. I also suspect, and it may have already happened, let me see if I can do a quick refresh. I just feel for some reason the Carnival Valor, Liberty, and Glory are also going to get affected, but as of a few before the stream, I didn't. Let's see here. Any news? More. Thanks. Hang on. I'm just scrolling through the news real quick, guys. Paradise. Yep, we got that. Elation. Yep. So no further updates for any ship changes. Okay. So I'm just expecting the Valor, Liberty, and Glory to be added, but that is unknown. Okay. But the rest are definitely, their itineraries are changing. So please, please, please look at your emails, call your travel agents, call the cruise lines, do what you need to do to make sure that you are where you need to be, when you need to be, because some cruises are going to come in early from their current cruises to get passengers on, which means you're leaving a day early. Some ships are not going to be coming back, so those cruises are going to be longer, and they could be days longer. I know Helene closed some of the ports for a couple of days. And so just please, please, please stay close to the weather and pray for those who are going to be in the way of this. Tony La Lita Loca, he lives really a few miles from Mama Tall Man. And so I'm sure he'll have some things to say about Milton. So we will see you at the very least next Monday, same time, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If we feel it's worth coming on for Milton, we'll come back on in the middle of the week, but probably we will see you Monday. Until then, we hope you all have a fantastic week. Be safe.